Testing 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2.
Testing 1 2 1 2. Testing 1 2 1 2.
Go again.
Testing 1 2 1 2. Testing 1 2 1 2.
And they're on the attack, and now there's a chance on goal. All good. Okay.
Yeah, I can tweak it. Might be from the Phantom Power.
Check, check. 1 2. Testing 1 2 1 2.
Testing 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2.
Oh, I'll turn the effects down a little bit. There we go. Oh, you want effects down? Usually I only have it between 2 and 3, but now that's for 3 now. Okay, we're up to 3 now on the mixer. Check, 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 check. 1 2 1 2.
Testing 1 2 1 2. Testing 1 2 1 2.
Yeah, better. All right. Check, check. 1 2 1 2. Hopefully that's better. Three dots of death. Yeah, I do have my own effects mic.
Is it coming through as well?
Yeah, it'll be coming through in the mix, yeah. But I can turn mine down if that's... it's just that don't you need a clean feed for the other... Because that's not going to come in on the other channel.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
I'll put mine up.
Oh, yours up. Ah, okay. Check, 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 check. 1 2 1 2 3 4 5. We're good. Excellent. Should I just leave it as is?
No space, mate. No space. No space.
Ollie, ball boys! Ollie, Ollie, side answer!
It was on 3.
I'm doing that.
They made it, I can't remember what they made it. 12 boy.
No, I think we're right, actually.
Number 10, we have got blue, Mustafa. Number 7, we're playing number 4, Paul 2, and number 5, Captain Jack Webster. We all have a fantastic evening. Just please, ladies and gentlemen, make sure no spectators went to the field to play at any time, and no smoking under the grandstand group. 2 bars are open to service you for your drink needs, and we've got the sterile stock loading upstairs and plenty of food facilities around.
Welcome along to Frank Holohan Soccer Complex for a mouth-watering match of the round matchup. This is the Dandenong Derby coming to you live on the NPL Victoria YouTube channel. Both teams unchanged from their last league outings. Both teams progressing in the Doherty Cup midweek. Some in more exciting and dramatic fashion than others. Dandenong City went the distance on Tuesday night against Brunswick City, winning in a penalty shootout after equalising 3 times. They trailed in that game. They fought their way back. Will the 120 minutes in those legs prove costly for them tonight? Nick Toliosasida unchanged from their last league outing. A 1-1 draw over at Genis Steel Stadium with the Preston Lions. Piers Clark between the sticks. A back four of Tom Yanakopoulos, Gaku Inaba, Jack Webster and Corey Sewell. The midfield 3 is Danny Kim, George Lambatarides and Jamie Latham. And a front 3 of Yagub Mustafa, Kenny Athew and Will Bauer. Just one change for Dandy City on the bench. Nathan Hancock comes in. No Tim Atharinos in the matchday squad. Valley Chesnick, Brad Plant, Diego Cuba, Jackson Lino and Matthew Marham, the hero of Tuesday night's penalty shootout, are on the bench. For Dandy Thunder, they rotated heavily for the 3-1 home win against Whittlesea United in the Cup. Unchanged from their last league fixture, again, a draw against Hume City. They were pegged back in stoppage time by a Rob Harker bomb from outside of the box. Adam Pittick goes with Jamie Young, Sevdim Ismaili, Tice Van Amerongen, Mercer Mehmedi and Daniel Alessi in defence. I'm going to pause here for a minute's silence for the father of Bill Matatek, the original club president of Dandy City 15 years ago. His father has passed away this morning, and the players from Dandenong City have donned black armbands in tribute. Our condolences to the Matatek family on their loss. I'll take you through the Dandenong Thunder team again. Jamie Young between the sticks, a veteran of 228 A-League appearances. Back three in front of him of Sevdim Ismaili, Tice Van Amerongen and Mercer Mehmeti. Daniel Alessi and Jay Romanovsky are the wingbacks. Muhammad Selimovsky and Kyle Taylor in midfield. Yuki Uchida, the player of the month for the month of May, and Daniel Clark supporting Hassan Jallo up top. On the bench, just the one change. No space for Jock Akuan. Ali Suleimani makes a welcome return from injury. He hasn't played since coming off against Oakley in round 8. Ben McCauley is the backup keeper. Liam Elmazi, Angus Edwards, Arian Korchari and Mitchell Rook. The other changes available to head coach Adam Piddick. My name is Josh Parrish. Delighted to be joined for the match of the round by Mark Ivkovic. Ivka, a Dandy derby is always a tasty affair. There's a habit of high-scoring games, late drama in these ones. You looking forward to this?
Yeah, 100%, Josh. Like you said, always some drama in this type of game, but big game for both sides, really. Dandenong Thunder need to get back on the winners list and keep in touch with Oakley and Avondale and Heidelberg. Dandy City, well, they need to keep in touch with the top six, with Hume and Green Gully playing against each other tonight. They can't afford to drop points this week, so they need to break the curse and find a way to win in this Dandy derby, which they've never done before.
Yeah, the curse. I mean, 15 meetings, 6 draws and 9 Dandenong Thunder wins. What on earth do you put that down to?
Mental fragility, really. You know, a lot of squads and coaches have come and gone through those years, and, you know, the longer it goes, the harder it is to break a hoodoo. So, you know, it's going to be tough for Dandy City tonight after that long cup game on Tuesday night that they probably weren't expecting to go the distance. And, you know, it was a heavy pitch on Tuesday night too, and a lot of these guys played in that game. So they're going to have to get off to a fast start tonight when they get tired towards the back end of the game.
Dandenong City in the white and blue, kicking from right to left. Dandenong Thunder, of course, in the traditional red and black stripes. Chipped over the top for King Kenny. Little layoff out to Bauer. And Dandy City start positively. They win the first corner of the game. It's going to be a tough ask for Kenny Athew tonight. Up against a back three, and particularly Tice Van Amerongen, his direct opponent. Short corner taken and then swung in dangerously. Well defended by the Thunder. It's back with Sewell. Now Clark sends it long. Mehmeti will try and see this out, although Yagut Mustafa has nipped him. Nipped in and caught him.
Dandy City with some clear intent early on, just trying to really put this Dandenong Thunder defence under pressure straight away.
Inaba. Tough ask for Will Bauer to keep that one in. Uchida had his shirt pulled, and that's a clear free kick against Jamie Latham. Ismaili will leave it. It's sent long by Alessi. In fact, Alessi's playing in the back three. Ismaili at right wing back. Half a shout for handball against Uchida. Ismaili around Sewell. Brilliantly done by Ismaili, but Giallo was just on his heels. It's not cleared though, only as far as Uchida. And his countryman Inaba finally gets the ball away for Dandenong City. Ismaili's throw. Taylor. Alessi. Young. Well, that's poor from Jamie Young. He was under all sorts of pressure and he's coughed it up to Bauer, who just dwelt on the ball. A real opportunity goes begging, and now a chance for the Thunder to counter. Uchida. Corey Saul captures up to him. Selimovsky.
Jeez, they got away with that one, didn't they? Dandy Thunder. It was a great press from Dandy City. You could see as soon as that ball was passed across that that was the trigger for them to press, and they really cornered him in, and Jamie Young with a poor clearance.
Little spin from Uchida. Will Bauer had a fistful of his shirt. You see, Dandy City are keen not to let Uchida dribble. Been one of the outstanding players in the league so far this season since joining from Northcote City. Giallo. Moment of hesitation in the Hajduk defence. Big chance here for Thunder. Shot is rather forced from Romanovsky. And he's blocked. Ismaili. Appeals for handball. Inaba. Anywhere will do. Alessi sends it forward. Giallo coming back from an offside position to contest that. And Dandy City will have the free kick.
Well, this game started exactly the way this a derby should start, just a frenetic pace, end to end.
You can tell both sets of players are pumped up and also pretty nervous. There's been some uncharacteristic poor touches, fluffed clearances already, even from the A-League veteran in the Thunder goals. Clark. Matthew felt he was held. It's going to be a Dandy City ball anyway. Sewell to take the throw. Matthew is the obvious target. Latham dropping in short. Webster. Lofted ball. Uchida back to do his defending. Latham. Sewell checking inside. Sees his cross blocked. Helped on by Kim, and Dandenong City keep possession. Yanakopoulos. Inaba goes back to Pierce Clark. Kim. Mustafa's got free here. And he's got Athiu in the middle. They just couldn't get a shot away there. Dandenong City Matthew tried to flick it to Latham instead of taking the shot on himself. Whipped in by Yanakopoulos. Flicked on, and Lambatarides misses the target.
I feel like that ball from Mustafa had to be a bit better. Probably picked the wrong option there. Latham was the obvious target there that he needed to hit. Probably just got his choice wrong there, hitting it to Athiu with his back to goal, whilst Latham was facing goal. Would have been able to get a clearer shot off on target.
Some big breaking news around the grounds. It's a busy night at NPL Victoria, and Heidelberg United are 2-0 down against St Albans at home.
Didn't see that one coming.
Berger's almost unbeatable on their own turf. And again, Dynamo has made a habit of giving away leads, so let's not count our chickens too early on that account.
We'll keep you updated on the scores. Don't flick over to that one.
Berkeley Cannons, Port Melbourne, and Hume City Green Gully to come. Hume Gully, huge matchup for finals placings, as is this one. Kyle Taylor will take the free kick. Nice shape on it from Taylor, and Clark was free. Couldn't get his body around the ball.
It's a superb cross from Taylor. Not easy to get the delivery right from that area.
Hasn't he been a classy addition to the competition this season?
Yeah, it's one of the key cogs in this Dandenong Thunder side alongside Yoshida. It's a very formidable midfield that Adam Pittick has built.
They're doing it without a few important contributors. No Wade Decker again tonight. He flies out to play for Sri Lanka next week. So not risked in this game. Ben Jeeba and Aidan Edwards not part of the squad either. So a few important absentees.
Well, even Suleimani, really, before he got injured, he was one of the more informed players in the competition. Whilst Dandy Thunder started that good patch of form that they had.
Playing as a wing back and a very attacking one at that.
Yeah, so they have missed his presence, although they've picked up a lot of points whilst he's been injured.
Ismaili can't pick out a teammate. Daniel Clark battling for it. Lambatarides. Dandy City thought he was fouled. You can see George Lambatarides making the point to Ross Clark. Young. Oh, dangerous ball from Young again. Danny Kim was breathing down the neck of Selimovsky.
Just doesn't look comfortable with the ball at his feet tonight, Jamie Young.
So if anything, he looks too casual. He's taken a lot of risks with his passing.
Yeah, he just needed to clear his lines there. You don't need to continually play out from the back. I know Adam Pittick does like to play that way, but when you're under that much pressure, better off just clearing your lines and starting again. James Pearce-Clark has really targeted that right-hand side for Dandy City. Every time he's gone for that long clearance, it's gone down Mustafa's side.
Picked off by Sewell. Sewell thought he was fouled. No whistle. And now Hassan Jallo has space to attack. Jallo against Inaba. He couldn't get his feet sorted. Comes out to Ismaili. Uchida. Still Yuki Uchida. Taylor. Back to Uchida. And it's off the post. Oh, he wasn't intending to shoot from there, I don't think. Pearce-Clark nearly got an unwelcome surprise.
Yeah, I think it was probably not as close as it seems hitting the post, but it was, pretty on the outside of that post. I think Pearce-Clark was in too much trouble there.
He'll argue he had it covered. Nick Tolios asking a few questions about what he thought was a foul from Yuki Uchida leading to that break. To admit at first glance, I thought it was a foul as well, Ika.
Yeah, it did appear to be a foul. That's a clear foul there from Lambatarides.
Well, it's the handball that goes against Dandenong City. Maybe a couple of infringements in the same play.
Jeez, neither team can settle just yet.
There's a frenetic and panicky feel to the start of this game. You can feel the stakes, which is more than just league position. It's battle for pride and bragging rights in the city. Clark. Romanovsky hit the deck. It's going to be a Thunder throw, I believe. Clark offering short. Romanovsky. Mehmeti whips it in. Sewell only half cleared. Long range try from Selimovsky was too tame. Matthew holding the ball up well. Latham looking for Mustafa in space. It's Yagub Mustafa against Mercer Mehmeti. Chops inside him, but gets a little bit of help from a teammate in Romanovsky to win the ball back for the visitors. Lambatarides. Contact after the fact there. George Lambatarides absolutely furious. It's been a laissez-faire approach to the niggly stuff tonight. Yanakopoulos chasing down Romanovsky, who fouled him.
It's great defending from Yanakopoulos there to chase back and win the ball back cleanly.
Foul. Gives Latham something to chase. Alessi almost dropped it short, and then Jamie Young showing off his dribbling skills. Kim. Jamie Young's given the Thunder supporters heart palpitations tonight. We're only 15 minutes in. Mustafa, back to Latham. Latham has support on the right from Yanakopoulos. It's headed behind by Ismaili. Dandenong City corner. This is an open game.
Very open game. It's poor delivery there from Yanakopoulos. It felt like Dandenong Thunder could have dealt with that a little bit better. Scuffed that cross. He's played in a numerous of positions this season, Yanakopoulos, hasn't he? Centre back, defensive midfield now, out at right back.
It's Mr. Fix-It for Nick Tolios. Latham to take the corner. Webster, too high for him. And now Uchida nips in. He was expecting a whistle for the little body check from Sewell.
Clear foul for me.
Bauer. Ooh, got hold of that. It was well off target, but Matthew nearly got a friendly deflection on it.
Well, Ross Clark's definitely set the tone for the way the game's going to be refereed this evening.
I think even Nick Tolios agreed with the Thunder bench that time.
Yeah, well, it was obvious. Yoshida is so dangerous on those transitional moments. We've already seen a couple of times tonight. Once he breaks free from that loose ball, he's hard to stop.
Matthew, Latham. It's been consistent, the approach. Sewell. Beautiful ball to find Latham again. It's into the near posts. Too tight an angle for Matthew to contort his body. Have another corner though.
James Latham's been involved in absolutely everything so far for Dandy City. He's got a lot of energy tonight.
Got a lot of energy most weeks, Jamie Latham.
He's had a superb season as well.
Wasn't first choice in the first few rounds of the year, but cemented himself as one of the first names on the team sheet. The Welshman. Kim. Bauer. Latham. Awkward bounce. Dealt with well by Mehmeti. Daniel Clark battling for it. Anywhere will do from Corey Sewell.
Yeah, smart play from Sewell. Could have easily got the ball stolen off him.
Mehmeti. Well, we've described it as a 3-4-3, but it's almost a little lopsided, isn't it? It's almost Romanovsky pushing up so high, they make a 4 at times with Ismaili tucking in. Sort of betwixt and between this formation.
Yeah, it's looking more like a back four tonight. That's probably why they haven't been able to really settle on the ball either. You know, they're used to having a high line. Jamie Young playing as one of the playmakers as well.
Inaba.
Maybe a more cautious approach from Adam Piddick tonight. Haven't won for a couple of weeks now.
Bauer helps it through. Sewell couldn't squeeze the cross through the gap. Thunder have to clear it out for a throw.
Jeez, what a pass from Bauer. The ability to flick that around the corner.
We're going to go long into the box. Will Bauer aiming for Athew. It's actually cleared Athew. Almost ended up with Sewell. That's a miscontrol from Giannakopoulos. But again, he recovers well.
Yeah, got out of jail with that. Very similar to the Sewell situation before, where he just cleared his lines. Feel like you got to hit that first time either with your head or your foot. That's the danger when you try and bring it down. It's easy for your opponent to steal the ball off you, especially in that area. Very dangerous.
Couple of times tonight. His opponent's got in behind him, Giannakopoulos, but he's managed to scramble back. Uchida charging down. The clearance from Lambataridi. Taylor. Chipped around the corner, and Uchida's brought down, and the assistant is flagging for this one. So a Thunder free kick in a really promising position. What about that pass from Taylor?
Yeah, even the ability from Yoshida to just wriggle his body in front, draw the foul. It's very agile.
Big set piece opportunity for the visitors. Into the 6-yard box, Clark has to punch, and then the follow-up strike from Taylor was hit with such venom. Clark got down brilliantly.
Well, he had to, he needed stronger hands there on the first initial clearance. Made up for it with getting down low very quickly. It's great reaction time from Clark.
Swung into it's the back post this time. Van Amerongen couldn't get clean contact on that, the Dutchman.
It's going to be a big ask for Jack Webster and Kenny Athieu to get through the full 90 minutes tonight after playing 120 minutes on Tuesday. Especially with the way this game is going, with the frantic pace of it.
I don't know if there's a player in NPL Victoria with just more total career appearances than Jack Webster, because he played about 200 games in England before he even got here, and now he's well over 300 league appearances alone here in Victoria. Vast experience. Of course, Jamie Young would be up there as well.
Yeah, it feels like Webster's been around forever, doesn't it? And still to perform week in, week out at the level that he does.
Clark. Kim. Smaley goes back to Young. Again, he's in no hurry. Free header for Yannikopoulos. Bounce the ball, beats Lambatarides. Woodchitter chips it into the channel. Arm was outstretched from Sewell. Well, maybe the officials were unsighted there. Definitely hit a hand.
Well, it's more the assistant referee that needs to call that one. He would have had a clearer view of it. Ross Clark was a fair way away from that. Clear handball.
The fourth official has actually chipped in and helped out the central referee now. So we will have a free kick.
Well, that's what they're there for, not just to hold up the substitutes board.
I think they're there as verbal punching bags as much as anything.
That's it, counselling.
Psychologists.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thankless job.
Michael Uliaris holding that particular thankless task tonight.
This is more of the build-up play that we're used to seeing from Thunder. It's the first time they've been able to set up like this. So look, Dandenong City's really organised tonight.
Young's missed his target again. And away comes Bauer. No way through past Alessi.
So Bauer got his head up. Athieu had a bit of space there to run into.
Sewell. Back off Latham. In swinger from Sewell. Danger not cleared. Athieu forces a fingertip out of Jamie Young.
It's not easy to make a save like that when you're backpedaling.
Easy to crash into your own crossbar. And that's a nasty knock. One of the Thunder defenders who was in the thick of that. Is that Van Amerongen who's down?
Hard to make out who it is.
I think it might be, and that would be a sickening blow if they lose him. Actually gone down off the ball before the challenge even was made by Kenny Athieu. Maybe he's just copped a stray arm.
It's hard to make out exactly what's happened from that corner.
Even upon repeated viewing of the replay, we're none the wiser.
He's back on his feet now, which is positive.
Maybe just copped a stray arm to the face.
Maybe. It's probably unexpected. And that tends to hurt a bit more when you're not expecting it.
Thunder will be shorn of their tallest player to defend this set piece. Latham's ball in. Young comes and claims and almost wandered into his own net. Jack Webster was screaming for a goal. Job of the assistant on the far side to determine whether it went over the line, which I don't think it did.
I think the rattling of the net from the Dandy City player running into it probably made it look like it had gone in.
Bit of an optical illusion. And I'm wrong, and he's back out there.
As I said before, Dandy City really set up well tonight. Dandy Thunder cannot settle on the ball at all. Especially in the middle of the park, they've got numbers there in the right spots. Even their press has been on point tonight. Tolios obviously doing his homework on Dandy Thunder.
Yanakopoulos longing up the line. Taylor is looking for Jallo, who's had precious little of the ball tonight, aside from that one counter-attack. He's done a lot of thankless running. Kim underneath it. Mustafa. Just caught late by the slide there, Mustafa. Nothing serious.
Could have ended up a lot worse, that late challenge.
It was quite reckless. Minimal contact. It was quite high as well.
It's very late. He was never going to get to that ball.
Lambatarides picking out Will Bauer, who has 4 assists to his name this season already. Can he make it 5? Nice flight on the ball, but just overcooked. Mustafa recycles. Kim. Latham. Gets a second bite at this. Goes back out to Yanakopoulos, looking for Athieu. Alessi chasing back. Now Yanakopoulos again. Clark. Latham. Can Hajduk make this pressure count? Lambatarides unleashes! And brings out a stellar save from Young.
What a save. Jamie Young showing all his experience there. Great strike. That looked like it was going to hit the roof of the net. It was moving quickly too. Young with extremely good footwork to get across and then be able to save that the way he did.
It's really well positioned.
That's the difference, you know. That's why he's played at such a high level. the ability to know where to place yourself in between those goalposts.
Because he's quite off-centre where he starts, but he knows which way the shot's going. Latham's ball to the back stick. It'll drop for Webster into the pack of players and then headed off the line. Heroic stuff from Daniel Alessi.
Just talk about putting your body on the line. Just throwing his head at it. Dandy Thunder on the ropes at the moment.
Latham misses everybody, and that is a pressure valve released on the Thunder.
That's a momentum killer, that one.
Set-piece deliveries have been pretty good tonight, but that one was a shocker.
I feel like Dandy City really need to make the most of this probably really good 5-10 minutes they've had. A lot of turnovers from Dandenong Thunder as well.
First time from Ismaili. Picking out Uchida. Checking this way and that, but no way past Sewell. Thunder corner.
I'm sure Adam Piddick's going to reassess things at half-time. But I think I've ever seen Dandenong Thunder, in particular this season, have so many turnovers, especially in the middle of the park.
Merson Mehmeti again assumes set-piece responsibilities. Away by Atthew. Is that free defender on the 6-yard box? Romanovsky. Now Jallo. Finding Clark. Little back heel to Ismaili across the box, and Webster is there to propel the ball away. Bauer looking for the switch. Mustafa had to check back and stop his run. Still Dandy City have forward momentum here. Yanakopoulos rolls it back for Mustafa. Inaba closed down by Jallo. Sewell, which should have got a piece of him. Ismaili goes to ground. And he's fallen awkwardly on his wrist there. Sevdim Ismaili. His Thunder teammates don't know it yet. Romanovsky. Still Romanovsky. Ismaili's back up on his feet, but still in a lot of pain. Looking for Clark, and it's going to trickle out harmlessly for a goal kick.
Deceivingly got a lot of pace, Ismaili, doesn't he? Thought that, you know, he was beaten there, but comfortably got to the ball first. It's been really good tonight on this right-hand side of defence for the Thunder.
No respite for Ismaili. He's just going to play through this. Don't need your hands to play football anyway.
Tell that to Diego Maradona.
That wasn't his hand. So, Selimovsky. And Amarongan. Snuffed out by Bauer. Thunder haven't had a moment's peace on the ball tonight. That's been a huge part of why they're so out of sorts. Doesn't mean they couldn't score a goal in the blink of an eye, but it hasn't been the usual Dandenong Thunder from the season we're accustomed to seeing.
Dandy City's press has been unbelievable so far in this opening 35 minutes. I doubt that they're going to be able to sustain that for 90 minutes.
Which is why they really need to make this count on the scoreboard. It's a poor clearance from Inaba. It's fallen to Clark. Rebound straight back to the veteran. Now Taylor disguises the ball out to Romanovsky. Can't beat the first man with the cross. Taylor. Encouraging the run of Van Amerongen, who's joined the attack here. Ismaili. Romanovsky will collect at the back stick. Mehmeti goes for goal! And Uchida nearly directed it beyond Piers Clark. Just flashes in front of him.
Some really clean contact on that, didn't he, Mehmeti?
Such an awkward high bounce. He had to almost get over the volley, Di Canio style. My, that's a magnificent hit on the replay. No word as to whether Uchida was onside or not. Inaba. And stayed in. Solomovsky turns sharply away from Latham. No goals yet, but plenty to sink our teeth into so far in this Dandenong derby. Blocked by Uchida. Can Thunder go quickly here? Taylor popping up between the lines. Lambatarides, crucial interception, and he's brought down after the facts.
So very unnecessary overreaction to that challenge. Yeah, it was a foul, but
That's all your fault.
I think it warranted that kind of reaction.
That's your fault.
I think it's an accumulation of frustration after a couple of challenges have gone unpunished against him, but no more than a free kick. Clark will be forced back a few metres. And rolls it out to just about where he was originally. Got to pick your battles as a referee. Mustafa. 1v1 with Romanovsky. Back to Yanakopoulos to cross. Again, the delivery short of the required standard. Mustafa hits the deck. Young. Big diagonal. Kim wins the header. Dandenong City has struggled on their home deck this season and last. They've never beaten Thunder in their history. The odds seem stacked against them coming into tonight. Oh, Lambatarides! That would have been something special.
That would have been goal of the season if he was able to get the clean contact on it.
Reminiscent of Dele Alli against Crystal Palace all those years ago.
Talk about creating something out of nothing. It's a shocking ball into the area from Bauer.
What a move. Pity the finish didn't match the juggle. Young standing on the ball and baiting the press. Jamie Latham doesn't seem particularly interested. Alessi. Webster screaming for the offside, which does eventually get paid.
It's been impressive in Inaba tonight. He's won nearly every single ball that's come his way. big part of the reason why Jallo's been extremely quiet so far tonight.
Heidelberg have pulled the goal back. It's half-time at Olympic Village. Still, St Albans Dynamo lead 2-1. Over at Jack Edwards, Oakley have taken an early lead after 10 minutes against the Port Melbourne Sharks. Stabbed forward. Incident off the ball. Now Athieu. And Mustafa is in, and the flag is up. Well, there's a furious reaction from the Dandy City players. Need to take another look at that. Would have been tight.
It's the first time they were able to get past Van Amerongen. I don't know, Josh. Flag went up early.
Difficult to tell from our angle. Ismaili. Inaba cuts it out. Plays in Bauer. That's a hot pass for Lambertarides, who does well.
Extremely well. Could have easily been a turnover in a very dangerous area.
Decent ball forwards. Offside again. This time against Latham.
I feel like Danny Thunder's moving the ball around way too slow tonight as well. The times they have been able to get on it, it's very slow to make a decision of which pass to hit.
Well done to Inaba there, holding his ground. The early service to the striker that you usually see. Shallow hasn't been able to exploit his pace. No whistle against Sewell. Inaba was screaming for the free kick, so was the Thunder bench. A lovely clip ball from Yanakopoulos. The bounce just beat Mustafa, but he's got a second chance to cross here. And it's a tame effort. Straight into the arms of Young. And a quick release was even worse than the cross.
Jeez, Mustafa made such a good run he was on. Just that touch let him down. If he was able to bring it down, he was away there.
One for the blooper reel for Jamie Young there. Yanakopoulos. Kim was brought down, and the whistle does arrive. Daniel Clark, the guilty party.
I don't think there was much in that.
2 minutes up on the fourth officials board to end the half. Latham's free kick. Inaba couldn't meet it. Jallo. He's got the pace to beat Lambertarides, but Sewell was around on the cover. Ismaili. Coming inside with the ball. Man, lovely weight on the pass to find Uchida. Uchida. Cross was a little predictable, a little telegraphed. Alessi. Another great ball to find Taylor. Wichita, another chance to cross. Again, frustrated reaction on the touchline from Adam Piddick.
It's poor delivery into the area twice in the space of a minute.
And Amarongan had two arms around Kenny Athieu there, and he won't get away with that.
As the referees can't catch a break tonight.
Even when they give the free kick.
It's not quick enough. Should be the last opportunity of the half tonight.
A chance for a direct attempt on goal here. They've already forced one outstanding save out of Jamie Young. Latham and Bauer. Danny Kim the other option.
Latham looks like he's backing himself here.
It's got Jamie Latham's name written all over it, this one. Unless they're pulling a double bluff. Four in the wall for Thunder. Last chance of the half. It's been all Dandy City. Can they make it count? Latham into the wall. Off the head of Romanovsky. Webster climbing on top of his opponent. And we'll get a Thunder free kick.
It's very anticlimactic, that free kick.
And Jamie Young won't have time to take it. It's scoreless at the break in the Dandenong derby. Very promising performance from Hajduk. They had the high press. They were putting Thunder in all sorts of strife. Couldn't find the killer blow. One outstanding save from Jamie Young to deny George Lambatarides. And Yaqub Mustafa frustrated by the linesman's flag as he went in on goal. At the other end, equally impressive long-range try, flashed wide from Mercer Mehmedi. And Yuki. Welcome back to Frank Holohan Soccer Complex, where the halftime score in the Dandenong derby is Dandenong City 0, Dandenong Thunder 0. But it's been, well, nothing like plain sailing for the Thunder. We're fourth in the league this season. Been outstanding. And tonight, he caused all sorts of problems by the home side, Dandy City, who are looking for their first ever win in this fixture. Thunder have won on all 5 trips to this ground. Can tonight turn out differently for Hajduk? My name's Josh Parrish. I've got Mark Ivkovic alongside me in commentary. Ivka, what did you make of that first 45, and do you anticipate changes from Adam Piddick?
Yeah, I'm sure he'll tweak probably the way they set up. Thought they were a little bit too slow to move the ball around as well. Looked like they were outnumbered in the midfield, so interesting to see if he reverts back to that formation that he loves with the 3 at the back. Dandy City, well, they've just got to keep doing what they've been doing for the opening 45 minutes, keep the press up, keep their organisation. Probably just need to get the delivery into the box a bit better. You know, they found themselves in good positions, but the final product just hasn't been as clean as they would want it to be.
Had their chances. One cleared off the line by Daniel Alessi. George Lambatarides has been looking to write his name in the headlines. 2 fabulous long-range attempts. One of them sailed over, the other drawing a spectacular stop with the flying Jamie Young. Taylor. Van Amerongen. Mehmeti. Yanakopoulos. Kim. Couldn't get there ahead of Romanovsky. Knocked on by Daniel Clark, and now Uchida. Here. Again, it's a really poor cross from Yuki Uchida. He's been below his usual standards tonight.
It's been good when he's found the ball centrally, but then when he drifts into those wide positions, his delivery's really been off.
He's looked bright, he's looked likely to do something, and then the end product has just been shockingly poor by his standards.
Especially that last delivery, had time to hit the pass properly.
To be pulling up a little bit lame on that left leg as he was running back. Maybe that's the old I've stuffed the cross, so stretch something out. Maybe something to keep our eyes on. One back high up the pitch by Dandenong City, and Latham wastes no time in testing the palms of Jamie Young. Comfortable save in the end for the former A-League veteran. It was a deadline day signing for the Thunder. Inaba. Goes back to Sewell. Clark will have to send it long. Taylor, Selimovsky. The Thunder get it back under their spell. Here comes the Dandy City press. Ismaili. Anywhere up the line will do. Inaba. Pinballs back and forth and ends at the feet of Kyle Taylor. That was elegant from the Englishman. Sprints forward for the return. He does have the freedom to break beyond the lines when he sees an opening. Kyle Taylor. Selimovsky playing the less glamorous holding role in that midfield.
Dandy City giving Dandy Thunder no space to move when they move into their attacking half. Set up so well.
Thunder do work their way out through Alessi. Taylor. Nemetti. Romanovsky was offside. Pierce Clark will send this upfield. Oh, it's ricocheted straight to Mustafa. It's Yaqub Mustafa straight at the goalkeeper. Jamie Young is furious with his defenders. A situation of their own making. Given away straight to Latham, who knocks it first time into the path of Yaqub Mustafa, and he must do better there.
He's got to hit the back of the net there. No pressure around him, running clean onto the ball. Hit it straight at Jamie Young. Comfortable save for Young in the end.
Huge defensive error goes unpunished. I mean, credit to Young, but the finish left so much to be desired.
Just panicked.
Inaba. Latham. Anacopoulos. Latham just didn't spot the run of Lambadarides on his blind side. One's left a little short.
Maybe shaky in defence the last few weeks, Dandy Thunder. Leaked goals against Green Gully in that final 10 minutes, and then last week you can see that 92nd minute equaliser.
They struggled for goals last year. They were the lowest scorers in the division. Just 29. They've already scored 32 this year. So they've already bettered their efforts. They've actually scored in every game this year. Never have they drawn a blank. A couple of points dropped in recent weeks. A loss away to Green Gully, who've hit form. As you mentioned, coughing up that late equaliser to Hume last week. Wheels certainly haven't come off. We've had 2 wins in the Cup in that time, but one of which was on penalties away to Gully.
Just the distance from... The midfield's not existent really for Dandy Thunder at the moment. You can see there's about 5 Dandy City players in the middle of the park, and then all the Thunder midfielders have pushed up high into attack.
Might break for them here though. Jallo finding Clark, who's offside. Must admit, I didn't think he was offside there. Maybe just a half a step beyond Webster. Assistant has a much better view than we do. Sewell. Jamie Young coming a long way off his line to play sweeper keeper. No complaints about his actual goalkeeping tonight, but he's had a couple of nervy moments on the ball, especially early on in the game.
Again, you can see this big hole in the middle of the park.
Young. Almost got 3-4 players in a line up front. Just can't get the ball to them.
He's up to something, Adam Piddick. It's like they're vacating that space to try and drag maybe a Dandy City defender out of position.
Matthew. may have heard over the loudspeaker. Hume City have taken the lead at home to Green Gully. Harry Ascroft with the goal, and Dynamo still leading away at Heidelberg. And it's the upset of the night.
Hume taking the lead will increase the pressure on Dandy City to really stamp their authority on this game and take the lead.
This is Bauer. Stabbed behind by Alessi. We have another Dandy City corner. They're racking up the corners in this game. It's Latham on corner duties again. Webster, Yanakopoulos, Inaba, Matthew. All obvious aerial targets forwards. Matthew gets onto the second ball. Knocked in by Bauer. Webster peeled off to the back stick. Webster to cross. And it's hoofed away by the Thunder defence. Yanakopoulos, Sewell. Nearly an unlikely passing triangle there in attack between Yanakopoulos, Sewell and Webster. And now there's an injury issue for Kyle Taylor.
Looks like he's in a bit of trouble, Kyle Taylor.
They can't afford to lose him. Seems to be okay to continue. Might have just caught one in the unmentionables.
See Adam Piddick talking to Hassan Jallo there to come and drop deeper and get on the ball. That's why they're creating that big vacuum in the middle of the pitch.
A friendly fire between Inaba and Webster.
Tommy, don't go too far.
Taylor. Jallo using his body well. Thought about the quick throw. Instead, it will go to Ismaili. Some real obvious changes available to Thunder on the bench. Maybe Ali Suleimani, if he's fit to play a significant role.
I could do with his energy down the flank, especially his delivery and his inside runs that he can make from deep. Whether he's got that that fitness level to play his type of game. Maybe in the final 10 minutes we might see that.
There's two teenagers on the bench for Thunder tonight. Elevated from the under-23s. Uchida caught late. It's a big roar from the Thunder travelling fans. And a shove, two-hander from Corey Sewell. He's not going to get away with that. He's going into the book, in fact. Maybe for an accumulation of offences.
Jeez, out of all the tackles we've seen tonight, it's probably the least the one that deserved a caution.
He's had a few fouls tonight, though.
Yeah.
A few he's gotten away with as well, which probably shouldn't factor into the yellow card, but certainly it's a subconscious one at play.
Patches or in moments. We don't need referees to do that. We need referees.
It's a good position for a free kick.
Left-footed option. Here's Mercer Mehmedi. Right foot of Kyle Taylor. Pretty narrow angle to have a shot from. Got Van Amarongan and Alessi in the middle. Clark comes to punch. It's an unconvincing punch. Coughs up a corner.
You've got to claim that as a goalkeeper. There's no need to punch that.
I think he was expecting more contact.
You've got to be aware of your surroundings. Could have comfortably claimed that. Just put his son under pressure now.
Substitutes for Dandy City ordered to warm up. Meanwhile, Kyle Taylor stands over this corner for the Thunder. Now strong on set pieces. Not that time.
Too strong.
Well overcooked from the former Forest Green Rovers man. Adam Piddock just reminding Kyle Taylor that they have a plan for these situations and there's no room for freelancing.
Didn't matter what the set play was, the delivery wasn't there. I feel like the energy levels of Dandenong City is slowly starting to drop off.
It's no surprise, given they've had a couple of players who've played 2 hours on Tuesday night, plus a penalty shootout. Young. Pretty fearless pass from Young, finding Selamovsky. Also, just that intense pressure and press that you talked about. If you said they couldn't maintain it for 90 minutes, maybe it's just a matter of, if you'll pardon the pun, thunder weathering the storm.
That's a harsh foul.
Well, it's actually offside. Yeah. Yannikopoulos was, like you, already arguing with the decision before realising it was his free kick.
Jeez, he reads the game so well, Yannikopoulos. He does get caught out at times, but his ability to put his tackles in at the right time.
Especially since he's only, 20, 21. Probably see his future as a central defender, but in this team, got to take the minutes on offer. Yannikopoulos. Van Amerongen. Coolly done from the Dutchman.
It's much better from Jeremy Young. They're away now, Thunder.
There's Maley finding Uchida, and they've got numbers in the box here. It's 3-on-2 in the box if Uchida can find a teammate. Inaba's held him up here. Only a tricky footwork. The space for his teammates has evaporated. Now a big shout for a free kick. Goes unheeded. Clark over under the challenge of Kim. That one was clean. Thunder bench up in arms over the first offence. And now, finally, trying to get the whistle. Adam Piddock is apoplectic right now.
Probably more frustrated that that was the set play for them. That's why they've been.
Bauer might think about hitting this one. Ran into traffic and picked up a knock. Yannikopoulos. Webster. Bauer still down. Latham pleading innocence for the offside. He wasn't involved. Mustafa. Yannikopoulos can't reach it. Kim went sliding in. Now Romanovsky puts one into space for Daniel Clark, who's taken down by Saul.
He's off.
The armbar. And it's going to be a straight red. Corey Saul was already on a yellow card. Ross Clark deems he was denying a clear goal-scoring opportunity. Well, at first glance, Rivka, that looked spot on to me.
Yeah, there's no doubt that was a sending off. Regardless if he was on a yellow or not, that's a straight red card for Corey Sewell. Clark was away. Is it worth getting yourself sent off?
He was headed a little wide there. If Sewell just turns and chases him, he can put a halt to that attack. At least put some pressure on.
Had the pace to keep up with him. Because even Pierce Clark would have got to that ball.
It's just unnecessary.
Yep.
Well, Dandy City, for all their good work, find themselves down to 10 men. And is this where the tide turns? Where the curse rears its ugly head.
Even that whole passage of play was unnecessary from Dandy City.
In dangerously. And Thunder have a second chance. Can't get a shot away. Alessi, oh! Yannikopoulos. Almost the own goal. That could have gone anywhere.
This is why we love this game of football, Josh. Momentum can just swing instantaneously. With that red card, and now Thunder's up and about.
Kyle Taylor. Can you pick out a teammate this time? It's a back post delivery. Van Morongan was in there. Romanovsky always rising. And draws the ironic jeers from the home supporters.
It was already going to be hard enough for Dandenong City to keep pace with the heavy legs in this final half an hour. Now with 10 men, that's the last thing they needed. Nick Tolios has got his work cut out for him now.
And Pierce Clark has a problem.
I think it's just a time killer, this one, to allow Tolios to reorganise his side.
It's the Esteban Quintas legacy. He might not be coaching in this league anymore, Mark Ivkovic, but
there's not much the referee can do in this situation, is there?
unless the referee has a medical degree and say, you're fine, get up, get the medical stuff off. If the keeper goes down, you've got to stop the game. Magic spray's coming out.
Dandenong Thunder given a real lifeline in this game now. As I was saying, really unnecessary passage of play leading up to that red card from Dandenong City. Cheap turnover from the corner. Even the Danny Kim challenge just falls into the path of Dandenong Thunder. It was a great pass through to Clark. He did well to get onto that. And then Corey Sewell. No need to bring him down. They're up against it now to break this hoodoo, Josh.
Launched long by Pierce Clark. Seems to have shaken off that knock. Clark straight into the ad hoardings. As Hassan Jallow was bearing down in a hurry. Ismaili. Uchida. Still Yuki Uchida. Hopeful shouts for handball, more from away supporters than Thunder players.
We're up at the grandstand. 4932 for the six-pack.
Mametti. In swing up. And the ball's gone out. Wouldn't have counted from Daniel Clark, even if the effort was tame regardless.
It's a dangerous ball into the area.
Great delivery from Mercer Mametti. Now, Thunder will go to their bench and unleash Ali Soleimani. His first appearance since round 8. back from injury. And Thunder's favourite son has a chance to win the game for them. Seems like a well-timed entrance.
Yeah, perfect timing for him to enter the game with this momentum shift. Solid game, Ismaili.
He's never scored in a Dandenong derby, Ali Suleimani. I was surprised to learn. Jallo. Mehmeti. Cleared only as far as Taylor. Selimovsky. Out to Suleimani. His first touch is a good one. Selimovsky's ball in. Suleimani to cross. Didn't have much room. Romanovsky's done brilliantly. Romanovsky again. They get the shot away? It's straight at Clark. Decent side of goal for Jay Romanovsky.
Did extremely well both times, really. Just couldn't catch it clean enough on the turn.
One player that Adam Piddick has brought across from his time at Port Melbourne. A teenager, Romanovsky. He's still only 18. Plays like he's been around a while. He's been a first-team regular this season. Played in every game, be it starting or off the bench. Taylor. Now Kopoulos, charged down by Romanovsky. What do you do now if you're Nick Tolios, Ivka?
It's tough.
How much do you risk in this situation when...
Yeah, it's a tough situation that he's in. Really, they need the 3 points so they can't sit off and defend the point.
And sitting off hasn't been the way they've been defending, but you can't press with that abandon like they did in the first half with a tiring team and 10 men.
We just need to be a bit more compact. And the midfielders are going to have to put in a huge shift. I think Kenny Athi's going to have to drop in and give him a chop out.
And Batarides was taken out after the ball had already left his boot. He's limping heavily now. Alessi. Shida goes over, springs back to his feet, and now Suleimani down the rights can keep this one alive. Away by Inaba. Little pull of the shirt from Uchida on Mustafa. And gee, doesn't that Yagub Mustafa miss loom large now?
Yep, that's what happens when you don't take your chances. But it looks like Dandy City's probably reverted to a back five when they're defending. Latham tucking in at right back. Bauer's gone out to the left.
Well, speaking of hoodoos and curses and trends, St Albans coughing up another lead over at Olympic Village. They were 2-0 up against the league leaders, but Heidelberg have equalised in the 82nd minute. Meanwhile, it's 2-2 at half-time between Hume and Green Gully. Dandy City would love those two to draw.
And that's the ideal result for them.
Of course, we won't know at full time what the result of that game is. Later kick-off over at Nasiel Stadium.
With Oakley with a comfortable lead now, it's really up to Dandy Thunder to get all 3 points for them to stay in touch with that top three.
We've got a decent buffer to Preston in fifth, but
Can't forget that the highest placed team will get that spot in the championship at the end of the season. So Dandenong Thunder's still well in the running for that.
Great point. I think Heidelberg are front runners at this point. The reaction from Taylor there as he gave the ball away. He's frustrated by the lack of options here. Maybe they need a little bit more from Daniel Clark popping up between the lines. Taylor, just wrong foots Romanovsky. Selimovsky. And now Jallo up against Webster. Jallo centers it. Selimovsky off the bar. Was it over the line? It was! Mohamed Selimovsky scores for Thunder in the Dandenong derby. And they make the most of their man advantage.
He was 5 metres behind the
Real controversy here. Nick Tolios is out of his technical area. Great choice of pass from Jallo here.
Hard to tell. On first glance, looking at it live, it looked like it did go well over the line, the way it hit that underside of the crossbar. Nonetheless, poor defending from Dandy City. They all got sucked in by Jallo. Standing on the ball, three of them got sucked in. Allowed Selimovsky that space inside the area. Lambertarides just couldn't get to him. It's a great finish.
Just his second goal in Thunder colours. He's come through the youth system at George Andrews Reserve, and he scored in their biggest game. It's that familiar sinking feeling again for Hajduk in this fixture. Athieu, a little knockdown for Mustafa. Athieu complaining he was being held. Good cheater.
Really up against it now, Dandenong City.
Well, I'm sure that footage will be slowed down and replayed over and over and over on the YouTube stream. Dandenong City feel they've been hard done by.
Flag went up pretty quickly though from the assistant referee. He was adamant across the line.
No hesitation from Luke Genomatis on the far side. Webster threads it through for Latham. Latham clips it to the back post. Mustafa. Kim. Lambertarides. Daniel Clark is just merging back onto his feet. Dandy City are about to make a double change. Valley Chesnick and Brad Plant to enter the fray. So two attacking players as they have no choice but to chase this game with 10 men now. Lambertarides. Latham. Mustafa. Selimovsky. Did he get a piece of him? Thunder run away on the break. Clark taking his time over this. Dandenong City apoplectic.
Got every right to be on that challenge as a clear foul again. It's in a dangerous position as well.
Thunder had gone on to score off that break. Just imagine the reaction on the touchline.
time you told him about them, you've given it. Every time you told him about us, you haven't.
Van Amerongen. Young.
I'm only trying to be.
Selimovsky. Clark. And my battery's just a little late there. Now Clark in conversation with Nick Tolios. He's going to be yellow carded. Advice from his fourth official. And Dandy City's coach goes into the book. Double change. Tempers flaring on the touchline. Good Mustafa will be withdrawn for Brad Plant. And Lambatteridis for Valley Chesnick.
He'll be having a sleepless night with Good Mustafa. These big games, it's all about moments, and he had that moment early in this half to send his team in the lead. It would have been a very different ball game.
But you're giving him the advice and he doesn't do it. That's how's that fair? It's not fair. You know that.
Taylor.
That is so bad. So bad. Absolute joke. Clearly fixing. You called it. Every time we've called
Young.
he's given it.
Alessi. Look at the pace from Suleimani. On the burst to the byline. It's trickled over. Well, that was impressive.
He's back. I was worried about whether he would have that pace in him, at, coming back from a long-term injury, but they've obviously timed it correctly for him to enter the fray when he's fully fit.
And whenever fit, he started. All 8 of his appearances this season until tonight have been in the starting lineup. So they want him back amongst the first choice players as soon as possible. What a devastating weapon to have in your arsenal.
Full time at Olympic Village. 2-2 in that one. Heidelberg and St Albans.
Still, very few would have predicted Dinamo to get anything out of that one, despite the manner of the lost lead. Again, it's a good point for Dinamo.
And if things stay the way they are, it's a perfect night for Dandenong Thunder, really. And they close that gap to 5 points to Heidelberg.
Plant. Quick feet from him into the box. Wrestling match going on between Van Amerongen and Kenny Athieu.
Would have been a brave man to call that, but he was all over him.
Athieu.
Jeez, he used his body so well there.
Thought he maybe could have brought it down. Did so well to get goal side of the defender. Bauer looked like he was felled. Tough to see from our broadcast position. Certainly the young fans on the fence were more than certain. Oh, and Piers Clark hasn't come for this. Hassan Jallo tries to go round the goalkeeper, but it's snuffed out by Clark. Looked to have put himself in hot water by staying on his line. But that's superb.
Superbly lucky. He, very lucky man there that Jallo didn't read that play properly. Should have dinked it over the top of Piers Clark. Did well to save it in the end. But once you commit, you've got to commit. You can't start and then stop. Probably was aware of Jallo's pace, and that ball did pull up short.
Chance for Thunder to kill the game, not taken. He's got 9 goals this season, Hassan Jallo. He's been lethal. Not his best moment. Kim. Plant ridden the challenge. Hands it off to Latham. Chesnick. Chesnick to the byline. No way through. 3 red and black shirts in the way.
It's real credit to Dandenong City. They haven't backed away. They kept pushing even with 10 men.
Plant. Romanovsky. There's no one forward for Daniel Clark to pick out. Just have to give the ball straight back.
They'll be a bit nervy now, Dandenong Thunder. This final 10 minutes.
The game's in their hands. It's theirs to lose. Chesnick. Straight to Jallo. Now Clark is the furthest forward again. Really well done to keep it under pressure. And Clark picks out Uchida, who helps it on through, and it's Ali Suleimani on his injury return. Strikes the base of the post. Inches away from game over.
Jeez, I thought for all money that was going to hit the back of the net.
Clark. Suleimani's at the far post.
Another superb challenge from Inaba.
Plants. He was held by Selimovsky, and the goal scorer goes into the book.
That is shocking. That's not even a card or a free kick.
They're hanging on by the skin of their teeth, Dandy City.
That's the best leaving it up he's ever done.
But as I was saying, Dandenong Thunder will be nervy. They late equaliser last week, conceded 3 goals in the final 10 minutes against Green Gully the week before. Don't forget, in the last Dandenong derby earlier this season, Dandy City were the ones that got a late equaliser in that one.
Latham. Yanakopoulos. Latham thought about the strike. Instead, he picks out Chesnick. It was the wrong decision from Latham. Just hit that. Maybe the bounce was less inviting than it looked. Chesnick. Chesnick wants it on his left. Great delivery from Chesnick. Athieu was in there and couldn't connect. Well, at the moment, looks like Dandy Thunder are the team with a man down, rather. Dandy City pulling out all the stops. Oh, that's disappointing. Kim has to put it out. Another change, Diego Cuba will come on for Danny Kim. All 16 of his appearances this season have been off the bench. Diego Cuba. Selimovsky puts it into touch. Cuba. Inaba. Bauer. Back with Latham now. Trying a risky pass between the lines.
They can't be playing that style of attacking football. We're throwing so many numbers forward.
Well, it's only 2 minutes of regulation left. You've got to roll the dice somehow.
Yeah, but they're going to be careful not to give the ball away in those areas. Probably better for a long distance shot when it's so congested there.
Taylor for Suleimani. Taylor gives Jallo something to chase. No flag from the assistant. Jallo. It's picked off easily by Tommy G. Plants. Sidesteps Taylor. Oh, that's brilliant from Plants. Dummies his way past 3 players. And now the tempers have really boiled over. The yellow card's already out. Romanovsky, the guilty party. It's a pretty unceremonious challenge.
Okay. Yellow card is suffice for that situation, Josh.
I agree. You've covered. We're not in the thick of the emotions of this game.
I don't miss those days.
6 minutes up on the board. Time enough for Dandy City to nab something, just as they did in the reverse fixture earlier this season.
It's a smart foul by Dandy Thunder, really.
And there's a couple of yellow cards coming out. Ben Amarongan booked for his role in the scuffle. I think Athieu might have gone onto the book there as well.
Yeah, he was the first on the scene. It's a difficult position for a free kick. Not an ideal position, especially they were away. Dandy City, great run by Plant. We just carried it a little bit too much. Nathan was making a run inside.
The paperwork for Ross Clark to complete here. That's the problem with those melees, they just delay the game even further, and time is not on Hajduk's side. It was a sensational solo run from Brad Plant, though. They're going to make their final change. Nathan Hancock. We don't have time to make it yet. Oh, Athieu's in here! It's in! Dandenong City equalise in stoppage time in the Dandenong derby again. Jamie Latham with the delivery. Kenny Athieu was in there. Absolute chaos in the penalty area. And it will probably go down as an own goal. King Kenny's claiming it.
It was a great delivery from Latham initially. Jeez, Dandy Thunder a bit disappointed with the way they've defended that.
The 10 men of Dandenong City do the improbable.
They haven't shied away from it, Dandy City, and continually throwing numbers forward. Even when it was at 0-0, they backed themselves to get something out of this game. Spoke about Dandenong Thunder's fragility, especially in the dire moments of games, and yet again it's happened for the 3rd week in a row.
Thunder, who were outplayed for the best part of an hour in this one, will be kicking themselves. They had the game on a platter. And Clark goes for the punch again. Webster was fouled off the ball by Daniel Clark.
What a delivery from Suleimani there.
That's a terrific whip ball in.
But they had their chances. Dandenong Thunder.
Suleimani striking the post. Hassan Jallo trying to go around the goalkeeper and getting it stolen off his toes. Could have killed this game. Instead, we're headed for another derby stalemate.
There's that one last twist in this story.
Well, this fixture just delivers year after year. Dandy City will take as much time as they need here.
Draw doesn't really do either side any favours.
Alessi went down and grabbed the ball. Well, he was expecting a free kick. That's the danger where you take matters quite literally into your own hands.
Brain fade there from Alessi.
Dandenong City want a yellow card for that.
I want a yellow card if Dandenong Thunder player sneezes at the moment. Similar position for where the equaliser came from.
Latham, a similar delivery. And again, Athew's the target. Cleared by Uchida. Webster stayed back this time. Now do they go for the jugular here, Dandy City? Hancock. Fresh off the bench. Latham sees his pass picked off. Hancock does really well. Brilliant from the substitute. Cuba. Switch of play looking for Chesnick. Suleimani sees it over the line and takes the throw quickly. There's such pressure on every touch here.
Be careful here, Dandy City. They're really getting caught up in the emotion of the game. Be careful they don't get caught out throwing all these numbers forward.
Interesting to see how much stoppage time we play as well. Plenty of stoppages in stoppage time. Mametti, long diagonal. Hancock's header. Cheetah gets it wide. Selimovsky. Here they come, the Thunder. Suleimani's ball in. Yanakopoulos with the header away. Only as far as Mametti. Back into the mixer. It'll fall for Romanovsky. Tommy Yanakopoulos with a crucial clearance.
Shocking header from Inaba there. Right back into the danger zone.
Mametti. Is there a final twist? Alessi. Romanovsky. Jello to win the Dandy Derby. Uchida!
No way.
Thunder have won it!
No way.
Yuki Uchida bundles the ball home. And Dandenong Thunder will have 6 consecutive victories here at Frank Holohan. There's been a red card off the ball. Dandy City are down to 9. Gaku Inaba has been sent off for his protests.
This is fantastic work from Hassan Jallo. Didn't give up on that ball, and Yoshida just throws his body on the line and somehow bundles it over the line. Jeez, what a finish to this game.
Thunder's derby domination continues. It's exploded between the benches, as you might expect. Yellow card's been shown towards the Thunder dugout. The 9 men of Dandy City will knock it forward forlornly. Hancock. Cuba. Yanakopoulos. Mametti. Latham will carry it forward. Well, surely they couldn't do it again. Surely not.
I don't think there's enough time left now.
It's as far as Webster. Cuba's header. Suleimani. It's all over. Dandenong Thunder are the team of Derby destiny. Incredible. What drama. Hajduk thought they'd snatched a point, but then Yuki Uchida, the man in the right place at the right time, has continued this incredible streak. Mark Ivkovic, how on earth do we sum that one up? Madness.
Wow, unbelievable game, unbelievable finish. Geez, they had it all. Heartbreaking loss for Dandenong City, but geez, what a character-building win for Dandenong Thunder. Just when you thought they'd given up another lead in injury time for 3 weeks in a row, somehow they find a way to force through a winner. Dandenong City didn't give up with the 10 men, but wasn't enough tonight.
Hajduk finished with 9 men on the park. Really costly in terms of suspensions. 2 straight red cards.
Yeah, especially the second one. Completely unnecessary right at the end of the game.
They will have a patchy makeshift defence when they face Hume City next week in a massive game. Dandenong Thunder, it's their night once again. 10 wins for them in 16 Derby games. And Hajduk still cannot get the 3 points in this fixture. The final score at Frank Holohan Soccer Complex. Now once again, it's Dandenong City 1, Dandenong Thunder 2.